professional. You talk a little bit of stuff to get the fight going is one thing, but you gotta have your limits on where you're willing to go with certain things.
Speaking of 168-pound division, Canelo is facing Jermell Charlo. What you think of that fight?
Great fight. I like the fight. I like it a lot. They were at 54 together. I think Jermell was his mandatory a while back, if I'm not mistaken. So Jermell's probably been looking for this fight for a long time. You know, you notice that Jermell won the WBC title, and Canelo was the WBC champion at 154. So they've been not really a collision course, but I'm sure Jermell's had him in his sights for a long time. So now they finally get a crack at him.
What are some of the difficulties him jumping up from 154 to 68? Like, what would that look like in the camp?
I think Jermell gonna be fine, as long as you don't slow himself down and try to put too much muscle on. I mean, Canelo both started out as 54 pounders, so I don't see a big size differential. The differential would be is if you move up to 68 and fight a guy that started out at 68 and been fighting 68 his whole career. Like if he was fighting Morrell or Benavidez, then you would see a size difference. Well, both of those guys coming up from 54, so I don't think it's gonna be that big of a size difference. Jermell's about 3 inches taller. He's longer. He's more athletic. You know what I mean? So I think the problem he got is that Canelo's just a great fighter, and Jermell loses a lot of rounds in his fights before he usually knocks you out. But Canelo got an iron chin, and you don't want to lose rounds against Canelo because you're not gonna get no decision losing rounds against Canelo. So that's the problem that Jermell got in the fight.
Yeah, but you were saying there in reference to, them coming up from 154, does that, give them a little bit of a, maybe a little bit better chance seeing that they came up from a similar division?
Yeah, I don't think it's the biggest size difference because they both coming up. And Canelo like this tall. He's not a tall guy, you know what I mean? So I don't think it's that. I just think he's dealing with a great fighter. Canelo is a Hall of Famer and an all-time great fighter, so that's more of a problem to me than with the size. If he was fighting Morrell or Benavidez, I would talk about the size. But when they do the face-off, the guy that's supposed to be the bigger guy gonna be like this big. Yep. So I don't really.
What about the inactivity that Jermell has? Do you think that's gonna play in?
You know what? It's all good till it ain't no more. I've never seen him look rusty. He always looks sharp in his fight, but I don't know how many times you can fight once a year and get away with it. So who knows? I don't know, but he never really shows signs of ring rust, but eventually it will catch up to you.